Hi there. Thank you for joining us at Athenia's Last Voyage crowdfund. I'm David S. Dawson, an associate producer on this documentary, and I thank you for your interest in what we are doing. Today's discussion is with Rob Quillen, who is the musician and sound designer on our documentary. So I'm going to bring him up and we're going to have a little chat about what it is he's doing on the film. Hi, Rob. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm very, very good today, actually. Can you tell us a little bit about your background and what you're doing with the movie and how you came to it?
Okay. I've been a musician my whole life since I was 8 years old. I played drums primarily, and through the 80s, I was in some kind of embarrassing heavy metal bands that did pretty well. But I've always been fascinated with movie music, and I always wanted to do it. And now with technology where it is, you can create a full orchestra within your home studio. So I threw my hat in the ring and started getting some connections within the San Diego music or movie community, and met up with Megan through a mutual friend, and we did several shorts together, and hopefully the rest will be history.
There you go.
What we're driving for.
What is it you're doing in regards to Athenia's Last Voyage on sound design?
Well, the whole project started with the book trailer from Tom's book, Without Warning.
Mm-hmm.
And I started creating a musical piece that kind of fit with the tension that was going on. Excuse me. Then when we started Athenia, there were a little more nuances and sounds that were going on in the background. For instance, torpedoes hitting the ship and crowds yelling and things like that, which I added. And also did some mixing with the dialogue a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, it just has grown into what it is now.
That's awesome. How important is sound design to a documentary like this, in your opinion?
Well, it adds a dimension that sometimes isn't there in other documentaries that you see. And what I wanted to do is just create that underlying, because it's subtle, it's very subtle. The music is subtle too within the entire documentary. I didn't want it to be this big brash, Tom Hanks movie sounding thing, which it could be if it becomes a full feature film though.
Right.
So they're just little things that keep you in the story and drive it along a little better and make you feel like you're part of what's actually happening.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, I also work in sound and do sound design for films, and it's so important to get that right. And I think we're very fortunate to have you on board and bringing your talents to the film. Can you talk to our viewers a little bit about how important it is that they help out with the crowdfund?
Well, I think the story itself is super compelling, and it's something that kind of got lost in the shuffle of history.
Mm-hmm.
So having that come to light, and it's a fascinating story. I love the way that we connected with a lot of the survivors and survivors' relatives that really, I mean, of course, I've seen the thing 1,000 times, but I get more connected to it each time, and I feel I care about the characters, and the stories move me. So I think it's important that gets out there and that people see what went on.
Well, that's a real testament, because I know, doing the work that we do, how much you watch a story over and over and over again. And you get a real feel on whether or not it's a compelling and worthy story, because when you're on the 400th viewing, if you're still engaged, there's definitely something that's being told that's important.
Yeah, if I hear that line again, I'm going to go crazy when you start hearing that, maybe it's...
Well, we're very close to getting this film done, and it's very important that we get this crowdfund to a successful conclusion. So I thank all of our viewers for their interest in what we're doing, and I hope that if you're able to, that you can contribute to the crowdfund. And even if you're not able to, if you could share the link to the crowdfund with your network and spread the word about Athenia's Last Voyage and help us get the funding we need to bring it to the finish line. Rob, thank you so much for giving us your time today and giving us a little insight into what you're doing on the film.
Thank you for having me. I look forward to seeing the results.
Yeah, you and me both.
All right, thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.